there are some biological limits to mental performance that we need to understand. But the truth is, if we learn how to change how our brain works, we can actually do this, and we can develop brain-smart ways to tackle our everyday challenges. And this is what I want to tell you about tonight really quickly. Is that okay? Yeah. Wonderful. Thank you for that response. Now, to do this, I bring a friend with me. Now, this friend has been with me for about 10 years. His name is John. And for those of you with a more sensitive disposition, please look away, because I'm going to remove John's lid to show you what happens in Martha's brain when she's trying to make decisions, okay? Now, please, no real brains were harmed in the process of preparing this talk. This is it's a medical model of the brain, my friends. But making decisions and solving problems actually relies heavily on a region of the brain that I want to tell you about tonight really quickly. It's this part of the brain that sits just behind John's forehead. It's called the Pre-Frontal Cortex. Now, again, if you're sensitive, please look away. I'm going to remove it. Now, this part of the brain is actually the last major brain region to develop. Is anyone in the room below the age of 21? Raise your hands, please. Yeah, well, my friends, I'm sorry to inform you, this part of the brain is not fully formed yet for you. And for some of us, it's after 21. But, and although it's only about 4 to 5% of the overall volume of the brain, there's a lot more going on here, by the way. Don't be fooled, because like with diamonds and espressos, great things come in small packages. So this is really, really a very important part of your brain. It's in fact the part that is involved in all of our complex thinking and decision making and stuff. And in the last decade in particular, neuroscientists have made some significant discoveries about this part of the brain. There's a team from Yale Medical School led by a professor of neurobiology called Professor Arnsten, and she talks about, she's really significant in the discovery of the prefrontal cortex, and we've learned so much about it through her work. And she says that this part of the brain is the part of your brain that holds all of your thoughts at any one point, the thoughts in your mind. It's really, really key. But although it's amazing, it has some really significant limitations, as we can see from Martha's story and certainly from our own stories, I'm sure. She describes it as the Goldilocks of the brain. It needs to have everything absolutely right in order to function well. And actually, getting everything just right for your prefrontal cortex is exactly what we need to do if we want to perform better, especially under pressure, especially when we need complex thinking. So let's put John down for a second. And I want to introduce a metaphor to illustrate this a little bit further. Is that okay?